Let's talk today about what it might look like to take a shape and automatically add a link to it instead of having to type it in if you already have it coming from a spreadsheet. I am using a Google Sheet here. It's hyperlinked these. You really just need the URL, and that URL lives here in my Google Sheet. This should also work with things like Excel or CSV. I've already gone about bringing in my spreadsheet. There's a couple great videos on how to do data linking if you haven't seen that. And I'm going to go ahead and just drag and drop my row onto my shape. And I want my shape to probably display this information, so I'm going to go ahead and insert that text. But instead of inserting the link as well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to set it up so that this shape becomes a link. I can do that by making this a hotspot, and instead of typing in the link, I'm actually going to do equals sign to start a formula, the @ symbol, which basically says this shape that we're on right now, and then in double quotes I'm going to put the name of my field, which in my case is link. And what's going to happen now is it's going to pull that link in so that if I Control-Shift-Click, I am taken directly to the Wikipedia article for the Aquitaine, which is what I linked here. Now, what's cool about this is that if I were to replace my data set, this gets a new row, and if I were to Command-Shift-Click, this now takes me to Navarre, because that is the link that I went ahead and added in there. So what can we do to make this a little bit easier and more repeatable? You can always add a custom shape library. I've already chosen a custom shape library, but you'd find them under this, My Libraries. You could click the plus button to create a new one. I just chose a random one that I already have and checked the box so that it appears here. I can save this shape. Let's actually make it look prettier first. We're going to give it a different color. I like that blue. And we'll make the text white. So we've got our pretty little custom shape here. If I drag and drop and save this shape, and then I drag it out again, I can quickly and easily replace the link. But here is the real magic. I could actually, let's just delete these shapes here. I can actually select my entire row. I can drag out all 5 rows. I can choose the library that I want to pull, and then I can choose that shape. And now I have a whole bunch of links that are taking me out to the proper linked pages that lived in the spreadsheet's data. Pretty cool. Okay, let's say for whatever reason we actually wanted to have this linked as part of a bigger group shape. So I'm going to right click or press Command G to make a group of shapes. And this time I'm going to, again, drag and drop, but this time I'm going to drop it on the whole group. I can still access these things though, so I could, if I wanted to put in a data field, I could say equals parent dot, what did I call it, title. And what that's going to do is it's going to pull down that information for me, and then I could actually insert that text there. So what I would be able to do is come in and set this shape up. Now I would be able to do something very similar here where I say equals, this time, parent dot link, and that should have the exact same effect in that I'm going to be pulling the link down from the data set. What this means is that I'm, instead of linking the entire shape, I'm maybe just linking a small part of it. So I could put this somewhere on my shape, you know, maybe make it a different color. It could be off the shape like it was earlier, but the real point of this is that we are able to create something that is linked within a group, so that linking still works even if it's inside a group, and we'd still be able to access it. And you go about the same way doing the replace or adding the custom shapes. And one more thing, what if we wanted to conditionally format everything that had links? Well, I've just updated my spreadsheet to have 2 that don't have links yet, and I can come in and just refresh my spreadsheet so that I have that linked. And we're just going to drag those 2 out as the same shape. Now they're really not going to go anywhere because the link is empty. They are still going to hover over and indicate something, but let's go ahead and add a conditional formatting rule that's going to pick up on that. So I'm going to add a conditional formatting rule that looks specifically for shape data, specifically for link, and we're just going to say is not empty. But instead of changing the color, although that would be a perfectly acceptable way to do this, personally I'm going to go with an icon, specifically a custom icon, and I'm going to go ahead and upload something that looks like that typical link icon that we get. Okay, so now we have a little PNG icon. I am going to move this inside the shape a little bit. I could have chosen something smaller, something different, whatever, but this is just going to let me know that, hey, this shape has a link. So if I click on it, I'll actually go somewhere, whereas this will not take me anywhere. If I were to update my spreadsheet, so now Luxembourg also has a link, I'm just going to come over here. We will refresh this. Luxembourg is going to suddenly have a link in this spreadsheet as soon as this updates, and it will also get an icon.